On Monday this week, human rights advocates Agather Atuhaire from Uganda and her Kenyan counterpart Boniface Mwangi from Kenya went missing after their arrest in Tanzania. The two were part of a delegation of East African observers who had traveled to Tanzania to observe court proceedings in the treason trial against Tundu Lissu, leader of opposition party Chama cha Demokrasia na Maendeleo, Chadema. Following their arrest, detention and subsequent deportation, Kampala lawyer Katoto Musime shared an ordeal of how out of 20 lawyers who had traveled to Tanzania in solidarity, at least 9 were denied entry and 2 others later arrested. He recalled moments before Atuhaire was arrested from a hotel in Tanzania.
In a hotel room where we had lunch, so it was packed, and therefore the hotel management couldn't also allow the violence in that room. But whatever happened after that is violence, is torture and all the rest.
He says Atuhaire, who was dropped at Mutukula on the frontier between Uganda and Tanzania early today, is now in dire need of medical attention.
I've talked to her on phone. She narrates how she was tortured, badly beaten, including the swollen feet that can be visibly seen. She struggles to walk freely as she normally walks.
These human rights activists claim that given increasing rights abuse across East African community member states, they have been compelled to work across borders. The same group, including Senior Counsel Martha Karua, has on several occasions been to Uganda to attend court sessions representing jailed 4-time presidential candidate Dr. Kizza Besigye. Lawyer Tumusime says they are seeking diplomatic accountability from the Tanzanian government in form of an apology and an independent probe into the incident, after which they'll seek compensation following a health examination of the 2 victims.
We shall not only demand for apologies, but we shall take actions against the government of Tanzania for torturing individuals of the East African community, for mistreating them, for detaining them beyond the reasonable hours, and therefore violating their human rights that are respectable in East Africa, that are respectable internationally under the different laws that govern us. So we shall take actions legally, but with the instructions of those individuals that we proceed to sue the government of Tanzania. That's where the compensation bit will come in.
This section of human rights defenders in Uganda is demanding a formal assurance and a pragmatic framework by both Tanzania and the East African community that protects citizens against arbitrary arrests. The Foreign Affairs Office in charge of regional affairs is yet to respond regarding this development. Juliet Nalwoga, NTV.